What are the highlights?
It was a beat across the board. I mean, they spent less. I mean, they said they were going to spend a lot, but they spent less than investors had feared. Model 3 reservations are through the roof. They've started installing the solar roof. And it sounds like these fears of cannibalization are not as severe as some had been concerned about. The shareholder letter says that they've actually seen an increase in reservations for both the S and the X since the 3 was revealed.
Let's talk a little bit about the cash burn. I'm looking at our top live blog happening right now on the Bloomberg. Tesla spending $1.16 billion in the second quarter.
Right, and they had signaled that they would spend heavily to bring the Model 3 to market. So they still have $3 billion in cash on hand, which should get them through the end of the year without having to do any kind of raise.
So let's talk a little bit about production. And he did say over the weekend when they unveiled the Model 3 that he would be going into production hell, that they all would be going into production hell. Take a listen to what he had to say.
Frankly, we're going to be in production hell. Welcome. Welcome to production hell, where we are for at least 6 months, maybe longer. But you guys know that you're veterans. I've been through this. So I look forward to working alongside you to journey through hell. And as the saying goes, if you're going through hell, keep going.
Most of the people in that crowd were employees.
Yes.
A lot of laughter there. But what does the trip through hell mean for investors?
Well, I mean, I think the trip through hell is on everyone's mind. What does he mean? Is there some kind of supplier issue or production snafu? But there was nothing about that in the earnings report today. I think we'll probably hear a lot of questions about that on the analyst call.
So he's saying they can get to 5,000 Model 3s a week.
By the end of this year.
By the end of this year.
Yes.
Is that possible?
Well, that remains to be seen. I mean, the cars that were handed over to employees Friday night were largely hand-built. And so now they're really going to begin the true beginning of sort of mass production. 5,000 a week from like 30 or 50 is pretty steep. And so everyone is wondering, what does that ramp look like? Are there any potential roadblocks? When he says hell, what exactly does he mean? But they're sticking to this a very aggressive timeline, 500,000 cars in 2018, 1 million cars by 2020.